Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. I am in my messy garage today, but if you look around, you'll see that there isn't any car in here. No car project. So today I'm going to be starting a different project. Buried under all this here is a 302 Ford engine. I'm going to pull that out, rebuild it. I've got to clean up a lot of parts to do that. So I'm going to get busy. Give you a quick rundown of what I have here. It's from a 91 2 or 3 Mustang GT, and it has stock E7 TE heads. I believe that's what they are. Let me look. Whatever they are, I'm not using them. Yep, E7 TE. I mean, they're probably fine as far as working, usable heads. I just have some newly refreshened GT40 heads that I'm going to use instead of these. It's nice to see that there are exhaust manifold bolts in these old heads, though. Stock valve covers, aluminum, nice and greasy, grimy. I mean, all these parts are going to be greasy, grimy. But when I bought the heads, I also bought some roller rockers to go on them. Set that over there. Okay, the GT40 heads are covered up in these bags. Ugh. I haven't looked at them for a few months. You open one up here, make sure it's not all rusted up. No, looks fine. Redone. It's got a new valve job, resurfaced. These are F1ZE GT40 heads, known as the 3-bar head because there's 3 vertical bars cast into the head. They have new springs, new locks, retainers. They're ready to go. They have a look in here. I think they have like a mild port work done to them. Yeah, somebody's been in there and smoothed everything out. So they should flow better than a regular GT40 head. Regular GT40 head flows better than those E7 heads. So these should be decent. Maybe not as good as aluminum heads. You know, this is also a budget build here, folks. I'm not one of those rich people like the world seems to be full of today. Like money is no object to any of them. Complete opposite here. So, all right, they got the installed height here of the springs, 1.8 inches, 120 pounds on the seat, 300 open, and I don't know what that other number there means, but they're in fine shape. I'm going to use them. The engine came with like virtually everything, but not quite everything. It does have a distributor. It's a TFI style distributor, which I may use. It's the other valve cover. My first order of business here is going to be to clean up all these parts. I have an ultrasonic cleaner. That guy right there hiding behind that white squeeze bottle. And I have all kinds of different ultrasonic cleaning solutions in those jugs down there. I did a whole bunch of videos about ultrasonic cleaning parts and testing different chemicals, cleaners. So I'm going to use my previous knowledge gained from those videos to clean up all these parts. Some kind of emissions thing here. E9VE9A487-AB. Whatever it is, looks to be in really good shape. I'm not going to use it. If somebody out there in YouTube land needs this, just send me an email, dansmessygarage@gmail.com. You pay the postage, you get the part free. All right, let's see what we got here. Got motor mounts. I don't think I'm going to be needing these. Not going to be using motor mounts from that car because I'm putting this engine into the 67 Falcon. That's going to take a whole different style motor mount than that. Spider tray. This holds the lifters, roller lifters in the black. I will clean that up and use it. Okay, this had a rear sump oil pump. Went on like that. That's not going to do me any good because I'm using a front sump. See, I didn't get the rear sump oil pan with this. I did get the rear sump pickup again. Somebody wants this rear sump pickup for free. dansmessygarage@gmail.com. You pay the postage, you get it free. Okay. There's the motor mount. I don't think I have use for that. Oil pan rails. Yes, I will use these. Because I did buy a front sump oil pan here. Got it off a guy. He bought a crate engine. It's brand new. It came on the crate engine, but he needed a rear sump. So he took this off. And I happened to come along and buy it from him. So I got that. I don't have the pickup though. I'll have to order one. Aha! Bonus item. Second person that gets one of those free things, you get that free rubber gasket too. All right, let's see what we got here. Looks like we have 8 piston rod assemblies. Yes, I will be reusing these. Whoops. Just dropped something. I think I dropped 2 things. Yep, I did. Okay. Those 3 seem good. That's okay. See, I made a video on cleaning the crap off of pistons using ultrasonic cleaner. I'm going to be doing that to these. Okay, all 8 of those move free. Stay. Serpentine pulley. I'm not sure yet. I might be using that. Dipstick tube and dipstick for rear sump oil pan. I'm going to keep this because I can use that dipstick even if it's too long. You can shorten them. You cut a chunk out of center. weld it together or something else. Dipstick tube, I probably don't need that. Let's see here. We have a water pump. Sure feels good. These I really don't trust. They could leak. I don't know if there's a cord charge on water pumps or not, but might use it for that. That looks like some sort of a Fox body bracket. Aluminum. Free if you pay postage. Oh, a broken water neck. Let's see if I can make this shot. I only get half a point. All right, let's see. And those gaskets, or that gasket isn't worth sending anybody. This ground strap, I'm going to keep that. Alternator. These aren't that hard to rebuild. Probably going to keep that. You just buy new brushes, brush assembly, new bearings. That should be good to go. Nah. Let's see, we got here some sort of, PCV. That tube might be in handy. I don't know about that PCV. Unless it fits in that valve cover easy. Better hang on to that. The valve itself can be replaced. Okay, this oil pump sender. Now, this might not be good, but this tube here, this extender with that 45-degree angle on it, very handy. That I will keep. Cap and wires. No, thank you. I don't think anybody wants those for free. I walked that over to the garbage. All right, a coil. Those are like either good or bad. Most of the time they're good. I'm going to hang on to that. Okay, I got a bunch of roller lifters in here. Got this fancy green container. There's 2. 4. I'm checking to see if the rollers roll on all of them. 6. 8. We're halfway there. 10. 12. 14. 2 more. 16, and they all roll. Great. Okay, we have a bunch of stock rockers and pedestal mounts. Probably not going to use these rockers and fulcrums. That's good scrap metal though for scrappers. Don't know. Some kind of electric solenoid thing that pulls on a cable. It is a Electron, Rochester, Michigan. Ford. It has OB27A on the side. Free, pay shipping. All right, aluminum bracket. Those are a pair. Oh, they go together, but they're not the same thing. Another PCV tube or something like that. whole bunch of push rods. 16 stock push rods. I'll hang on to them. Might need them. Don't know. Stock rockers. Good for the scrap guy. Now we get down to dog bones. These hold the roller lifters in the, I guess in the block. The spider tray holds these down, and these keep the roller lifters from rotating. Do I have 8? 2, 4, 8. Perfect. Keep those together. I will use those. And now we're getting down to the bottom. And a hose clamp. Clean that up. Might use that. That's it. No more parts in there. You have the block and the crank. Here's a story that you get a lot of times when you buy these engines. It's a good running car. It got hit like in the quarter panel, bent it in, buckled the roof. Insurance company will not fix the car with a buckled roof, so they total the car. He takes the good running engine out, rips it apart with plans to build a 347 or something, and that gets waylaid because he's working on a Ranger truck. Let's say he's gonna put a 347 in it. He's got a all new front suspension and the rear suspension. Everything's done. And somebody comes along and offers them stupid money for the truck without the engine. So you sell off the truck. Now you got an engine that's all apart. He's left a whole pile of parts and an engine block, and I buy it for $100. So I'm missing a lot, but that's okay. I have a bunch of parts scattered around my garage and in my sheds. But we're going to get into taking a look at the block and the crank. Now I get to put a bunch of that stuff right back in the tote I pulled it out of. All right. Let me stop right here for a second. Let's see if you can see this. But these bores are in excellent shape. I have to get some light. They're not all rusted out. That's just discoloration on there. At first I thought that was a bunch of rust. They're in good shape. There's no ridge. I do have a dial bore gauge, and I will be checking concentricity, make sure everything's round and not tapered. And if everything checks out, it's going back together to stock bore because I already got the pistons. So let me bend it over. The crank's got surface rust on it. Not an issue. So the Scotch-Brite takes that right off. It'll turn nice and easy. Yeah, that's going to clean up nice. I'll mic that, and if I have to, I can get that turned. See a camshaft. I see a timing chain, timing gear set. I also have the timing cover and the balancer. Start by pulling off harmonic balancer, timing cover. Okay, that came off fairly easy. See, the chain's loose, but it's not as loose as a lot of them that you would see. Now, I noticed when I was taking this timing cover off, there's no provision for a mechanical fuel pump, because this had electronic fuel injection. Also had a reverse rotation water pump. This cover looks to be in fine shape. So if I go with the carburetor, I'm going to have to get a different timing cover so I could put a fuel pump on it. I'll have to decide that when I build it. Now, this head and the electronic fuel injection has electric fuel pump. Normally there's a cam on here for a mechanical fuel pump. It's like an eccentric. I haven't seen this thing like that before. It seems like that'd be slapping at that arm and not giving it a nice cam type oscillation. So I'm really not sure what that is. An oil slinger, maybe? Comment below if you know what this little guy here is in an electronic fuel injected engine. I don't know. Okay, they're steel gears. That chain isn't really that bad for 130,000 miles. What I can see so far, this is all looking good. I will pull this off. In fact, I should do that right this minute. There's a cam retaining plate in behind that. Yeah, I don't know what that thing is. All right, this may, yeah, should pull right off. It did. Excellent. 2 7/16 headed bolts. Them out. And the cam just slides in and out now. I use a bolt as a handle. Homemade cam tool that I made decades ago. It's got 3 bolts welded together. Gives you a good handle to pick the cam up. You don't just want to drag it out of there because it'll bang along the bearings. Cam lobes will chew up the bearings. I'm checking out to see how it feels. Feels pretty good in there, but what's stopping it? Nothing. Okay. See, what you got to do is kind of hold this front bearing, push down on this fancy cam tool to balance the cam and pull it out of there without banging up the cam bearings in the block real bad. There, we're out. All right. Wipe all the dust and crud off of here. I do have another hydraulic roller cam out of a 9123 Mustang. I can compare what I have to this. Once this is cleaned up, I can get a micrometer, check all the lobes, lobe height, check everything out about it. Okay, what's this say on here? It says ZE stock cam, but this is going to be a stock engine build. I'm going to roll it over and pull the crank out of there. Just like that, put the pin in. Main bearings, I'm going to take a peek at them now. Turn these over. Okay, let's come in here and inspect these. See, they look like normal wear bearings. See what the journal's on the crank. That's good. That looks good. That looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Now again, this rust will come off of here. And there's a Napa store, machine shop not far from me. In fact, I used to work there years ago. And I can take the crank up there and have them turn it, polish it if it needs to be done. But now I'm going to pull the crank out of the block. Crank should be able to lift straight up out of here. I just stick a finger in the end of it, grab the snout, pull it right out of there. Bearings are falling. All right, these bearing halves look fine. They look like the other halves. Okay. Bearings are not expensive. There's arguments on reusing bearings too. Let's say right now, your car outside, it's 302, F-150 pickup, whatever it's in. Say it's got 180,000 miles on it. It runs perfect. You got great oil pressure. It's no knocking. It just, runs great. Now tomorrow, when you start it up, it's going to have the same bearings in it, the same oil, same clearances that it had yesterday. Now, if this engine was running great, no knocking, great oil pressure, you can put the same bearings right back in it. It's no real different than you starting your truck up the next day. And I've done it before. I had an engine in, let's see, 66 Fairlane. There's another 302 roller block like this. I bought it off a guy, 120 or 30,000 miles or whatever it was. He pulled it out of his Mustang to go to a bigger engine. And it was still together. And it ran great. It's super oil pressure. And I pulled it apart and looked at it like this. Bearings look great, the rod and mains. I just slapped it back together and left the bottom end alone. And that thing ran great. There's arguments. People say never ever do that. Well, like I mentioned before, never ever do it. You guys do what you want to do in your garage, on your projects. This is my project. I will be putting bearings in this one, by the way. It just, You don't have to listen to everybody. You can't really listen to everybody because everybody's got a different opinion. I happen to be the utmost expert in the world on my opinion. I'm the only one in the world with it. So everybody's got their own opinions. So that's why you can't listen to everybody. You gotta do what you think is best. And what I think is best is the next step. That's going to be start cleaning up these parts. Like this block, I'm going to degrease it and power wash it. I have my ultrasonic cleaner heating up the water. Right now it's just full of water up to about here. I got the heater on. And what I do is I take containers. These work out good. Just cut the tops off of something. And I put the parts in here. Like I'm going to put all these main caps in here. That. I have different cleaning products, but I've already got some stuff mixed up. This has got Simple Green, CLR, Lysol toilet cleaner. This stuff would be good for getting rust off. That's not really rusty. General cleaning solution. This will work fine. This got like Simple Green, Pine Sol, Dawn, maybe some Super Clean. But I'm just going to dump some in here. And then what I do is I use the drain hose that's on the ultrasonic cleaner to fill this up with the warm water. A couple reasons for that. The water's warm, and when I put this container in the ultrasonic cleaner, it's going to disperse a lot of the space in there. Got to make up for it, right? So the water in there should kind of bring that back up to the level when I set this in there. Just like that. And I can put a couple containers of parts in there. Let's see, what can I do? How about some push rods and dog bones, hose clamp, lifters I'm going to do on their own because I take each one apart. Put a little cleaner in there. Water. Got to put enough water in there to keep the container upright and on the bottom. Those are good there. Dollar store sells these glass jar things. I just got some bolts, cam retainer plate, things like that in there. Put a little general cleaner in. Good enough. Put some Wawa in there. Now these have lids that usually seal pretty good. And they can float around in there. You can even turn upside down. That one's right side up because there's enough weight in it. And I'll just set this for 15 minutes. And let her rip. Come back 15 minutes and check out the progress. Okay. So, good and hot now. It's 43 degrees Celsius. I used to have a thermometer here to tell me I could stick that in there and see what it was Fahrenheit, but good and warm. Okay, this had cam retainer plate, some other miscellaneous bolts and things in there. It's doing just fine. In fact, that's probably done. Set that off to the side. This one had a bunch of push rods. And they're looking good, but they could go for another round. Caps, looking real nice. Yeah. I'd say those are done. Now, what I'm going to stick in there next, they're all the roller rockers. They're aluminum. 1.6 says USA. I don't know what brand they are. I forgot. The guy told me. I don't remember. But what you can use, or I'm going to use in there, is oil, motor oil. Now, you know, I break in an engine. I use Lucas break-in oil or something with ZDDP in it. Drive it 50 or 100 miles, drain it, put in, you know, VR1 or something. As I put the oil in there, I drive it for 400 or 500 miles and drain it. That oil's still good, so I save it. Use it for stuff like this or oil gun, you know, oil can. But I'm going to dump a bunch of that, call it used oil in there, and let that get ultrasonically cleaned and embedded into all the roller rockers. In another 15 minutes, and I'll be back later. Since that's running again, I just threw the container with the main bearing caps right back in there. It's not going to hurt it to clean it more. I'm looking at the parts that I just took out of the ultrasonic cleaner that were in this little jar. Like this cam retaining plate. Looks like new. Bolts look good. This contraption, oil slinger, whatever it is. Looks like it has an A4A stamped on it. You know, if you know what this is, comment below and let us all know. This is the cam retaining bolt with the giant thick washer. And that stuff came out great. What I like to do after the parts are clean, dry it off like that, put them in a baggie, take some oil or metal protector spray, keeps it from rusting. I got AMSOIL. I lost my little tip thing, but it's okay. I can use something else to get it out of here into the bag. Okay, give that a coating, seal it up, and it'll be good until I assemble the engine. Parts are done in the ultrasonic. I'm going to pull them out of there, dry them off, and coat them with some oil. Cap looks good. Yeah, these are going to be just fine. Let me check I know the roller rockers are going to be all right. Checking the push rods. Dog bones. That's good. I'm not able to rub a lot off. And there's still some on there though. You know, some grime. Yeah. You know, I'm going to give these another whirl at the ultrasonic.
they can clean off better. I'll clean these up, dry
I
them
have
off,
all the rod caps
oil them
dried
up.
off, oiled up. They're protected and ready for storage. But that's going to bring us to the end of the first part of the budget 302 build in my messy garage. I thank you for watching my channel, and please come back for more parts of this build. Bye.